G'day guys, back once again on a walk. It is 7:45 in the morning, Tuesday, August the 9th, and I missed another day. After I said I would catch up days, I missed another day of vlogging, but that's alright. I just got another 3 that I need to do in this 30-day period somewhere along the line. So a couple of days of doing, 3 days of doing 2 vlogs in a day or 2 videos in a day, and I'll catch back up. Just an update, no smoking, over a week now. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about having one. It's not so much that I wanted one, it's that it's an automated response. You know, I have dinner, and then once I have dinner, I normally have a smoke. Most smokers do. Just in a moment, I'll think, okay, time to have a smoke, and I go, oh, hang on a sec, I'm not smoking anymore. And then you just don't have it, and you just go back to whatever it is that you're going to do. There's just little periods during the day where I normally have one, and my natural inclination or habit is to go and have one, but I don't do it because I suddenly realize that I'm not doing it anymore. So that's a win for me, like, you know, so something is moving forward. And I would say that even though I've missed days with vlogging, I'm still moving forward. I'm doing more videos than I've done in a long time in a row. And I know I'm starting to figure some things out about how I want to do things moving forward, and realizing that I can upload consistently if I'm able to do more stuff like this and more things that are in tune with who I am. Hey puppy. That dog is always on this path. I want to start feeding the dogs, actually. I'd like to go buy some dog food and carry it with me on my walks. If I come across any dogs, I'll just give them some food. I am part dog anyway, barks. It's kind of like my brothers in Taiwan. So in the last video I mentioned that I had put on like 3 kilos in one day because I did a lot of drinking one night and I wasn't very conscious about what I was eating. What happened that day is, after I did my walk, I did a 9.5k walk, and I also just kind of curbed my eating a little bit on that day, and that day I got down to 97.8. so I gained 3 kilos, and then 24 hours later I'd almost lost all 3 kilos again. So it's key not to get demotivated by little setbacks, like, and then just throw in the towel and go, oh, I gained 3 kilos, I might as well just go have a bag of chips or something now, because it doesn't work. Just keep going, keep sticking at it, correct the mistake. I knew what I did, so that gave me a hint to what was going on, and I corrected it. This morning I'm 98.5, and then after this walk I expect to be around 97 something. So still making slow progress, and it's not about every day seeing the weight go down. It's about over the course of a week the average weight going down. When I started this I was 99.1. I think by the end of the first week I was 98.1. Now I got to 98.1 on the first day, but it's still a kilo down over the course of 7 days. The next week, so that started yesterday, I just need to be lower than 98.1 by the end of this week to be showing any kind of progress, because your weight fluctuates, but on average you want to be heading in a downwards trend. So if I'm lower than 98.1 by the end of this 7-day period, then I'm making progress. So the little thing that I'm going to talk about today is this audiobook that I'm listening to at the moment. I've listened to it about 4 or 5 times already over the past few years. It's called Atomic Habits by James Clear, and he mentioned this thing called the 2-minute rule, and it's about when you're trying to develop a habit, maybe just start by doing 2 minutes a day. For an example, and it wasn't 2 minutes, he used this guy who was overweight. He wanted to start going to the gym, but the thought of like going to the gym for an hour was such a daunting thing that he just said every day he's just going to go to the gym for 5 minutes and work out, and when the 5 minutes is up, he's going to leave. That's what he did. And I can't remember how long it was for, like maybe a few weeks or a month or whatever. And he got to the gym one morning, he's like, you know what, I'm already coming here and I'm in the habit of getting here and leaving after 5 minutes now, that I might as well just stay and do a little bit more. And I think it went to like 20 minutes or something, and then long story short, after a few years he lost the weight. So for me, I want to start to apply that theory to some things that I'm doing that I'm not getting progress on. Those are dragonfly following me. So I want to learn Chinese, obviously, and then a couple of my heritage languages. But mainly the focus is Chinese, being where I am, and also this part of the world. Like, I'm from Australia. There's so many Chinese speaking people in Australia as well, so I don't know, just be interesting to be able to speak Chinese to people that don't expect you to be able to speak it. So if I apply the 2-minute rule to that, maybe over the course of time, I'm able to start hitting the target that I set for those things. If I just start working up towards it, each day I'm going to hit it at maybe 10% of what I'm supposed to, then it's going to be 20% of what I'm supposed to, and then once I start doing more and I start getting more comfortable with doing more time, I'll be hitting 50% of what I've set for myself, and then eventually I'll just be doing what I've set for myself every day. Then once I'm able to consistently be hitting that target, I can look at whether it's necessary for me to expand. Do I need to do more, or is there something else that I can do that's more intense? Can I raise the bar in that area in some way? But right now I just need to develop the habits, and I think that 2-minute rule thing is going to help me do that. Actually, one that is really something that I want to work on, it's something that I'm really good at, that is one of those things that's just been in my head since I was a kid, is writing a novel. I've had heaps of ideas, I just can't bring myself to sitting down for any length of time and writing. There is a book I've read a few times or listened to a few times about doing sprints. You start off with 5 minutes and then you can end up working your way up to doing an hour of sprint writing, where you just don't stop writing, you don't analyze anything that you're writing, you just spew out and you just keep your fingers typing. So I'm thinking maybe I could start doing like 2-minute writing sprints, because I did kind of promise my dad that we'd start writing a book together, and I haven't done anything on that yet. And I think that would be a good little life goal thing as well, that I could start to try and tick off by just doing little 2-minute sprints maybe, and develop the writing habit. I need to add that to my chart of things that I expect myself to do, even though I've got things on there that I don't even do. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway guys, that's just a little bit of an update and something that I just wanted to share today. Hope you're well. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.